Hey guys, welcome back to the blog vlog. Today we have a question from Cassie. We're just going to get right into it. Could you break down the costs of blogging?
Whoa.
Yeah? We could do that.
Yep, very different for everybody, but we're going to do our best.
So, but as far as the costs of blogging, we can break down basically what we spend money on now for the blog.
Yeah, and it's definitely an escalating thing.
Yeah.
She started out with like free stuff, and like then you start slowly adding, what you spend money on as you hopefully are making money.
Yeah, and growing.
Yeah, because again, it's like any kind of business, you kind of want to reinvest. So if you're making money, you want to spend more and try to make more and spend more. So what do we spend money on?
Yeah, so the number one thing is hosting. Yeah, we are self-hosted, which means you have to pay for it. And you're paying so that it's all yours and nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah, and they're paying for uptime, which is, your site being live and working.
Right. Yeah.
You're paying for
speed.
Well, with HostGator, you're paying for 24/7 customer support, and speed, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We outgrew our first couple hosts, so now we're with a
which is amazing.
Company.
That's what you want.
Yeah, which is really good.
Definitely.
So now it's a pretty good sized cost for us. But we are well taken care of by them, and it's definitely something that we grew into, but it's worth it to pay a little bit for that. But again, as we always say, we think HostGator is a great way to start. It's like $5-something a month. We'll link all that down below. On to what else? Oh, we also spend money on a theme for our blog. That's a one-time thing. And we also love Genesis WordPress themes. We are currently, Katie Did What is running on a Genesis theme. We will have a link for that as well, but that's another thing we recommend very much. So along the same lines as the theme, another expense that a lot of people have is a designer, because even if you get a theme, a really nice, well-built theme like from Genesis, you're going to want to customize that a little bit, because any theme that you can purchase, that means other people can too. And while they might look very nice, you don't really want your blog to look exactly the same as somebody else's.
No.
So you want to customize that. Luckily for us, I am the designer of the Katie Did What team. So we save a little bit there, but we don't really save on our sanity, because it is kind of a lot of learn as you go.
A lot of design. Late nights.
And then along with design goes like tech support kind of stuff that may or may not be the same person. We have a tech support person that we use for, really nitty gritty things that involve our website. Design and tech support are kind of go hand in hand, but that's another expense that you can expect to run into unless you are familiar with those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one is that we love and I use daily, multiple times a day, is PicMonkey.
PicMonkey.
Yay! We pay for the, I think it's like called PicMonkey Pro.
Yeah, Royale.
PicMonkey
Royale. Yeah.
We pay for the paid version.
It's like a few bucks a month, like $4.
Totally worth it.
We'll link that too.
More fonts and more
edits.
Just edits in general, and it's pretty great. That's how I make my Pinterest collages, which I'm going to film a tutorial on how to make a pin, because I've been asked that quite a bit. So yes, I will do that. But that's where I do it.
And most of your editing
and most of my editing, like quick photo edits.
Yep.
It's great.
PicMonkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I highly recommend that. What's another thing that we pay for?
Another thing that we pay for is Aweber, which is our email service. We have 3 subscriptions running right now for our emails, all running through Aweber. It just automates everything, makes it really simple, and it's an expense that, again, is well worth it because we're able to reach more people with our content. So that's an expense. We'll link that below too for, I think it's a free month trial to begin. And I recommend you, if you haven't created an email list for your blog, definitely consider doing that.
Yeah, we'll have a video all about that. So check check that out too. Social media tools, that's another cost or possible cost of blogging. Yeah, I use CoSchedule with all of my blog posts, and it just schedules all of them to also go out on my social media channel.
And that's another expense that the social media tools that didn't really come up until we got really into blogging.
Yeah.
I think you can manage without for quite a while until you get a pretty big following. It's one of those things that you can kind of leave for a while.
Yeah.
But now it's really handy.
Definitely. And the last cost of blogging is equipment. Cameras, lenses, lighting, things like that.
I mean, just, everything that you think would fall into that category.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole page on all the tools that we use to blog. Everything from cameras and lighting to
PicMonkey
software and
software.
Things like that. So we'll definitely link that. That's like super valuable,
Yeah.
just because it's like everything that we really do use. Yeah, and there's other costs that are definitely going to come into blogging. I mean, if you hire like a photographer to do a certain photo shoot, or if you have like maybe you're really big and you have like an invoicing service, like to invoice companies who you're working with. I mean, there's tons of other, like driving to, another city to do a photo shoot. So yeah, I mean, with blogging, definitely expenses can come up quite often, and you just have to see what you think is going to be worth it. If you see a new piece of software or a new editing tool and, it costs, I don't know, $50, can you see that being worth it? Can you see a return on that? Basically just do that with everything. And before you spend the money, kind of envision, do you think it's going to be worth it? And then do it or don't. But don't be afraid to take the plunge sometimes and spend money on things. We did for too long, just didn't. And now it's like we see something that's cool that might be beneficial, like PicMonkey. We used the free one, and it was like, well, let's just get the pro one, or the Royale one, and now we would never, not have that. Like, it's great, and so there's things that, and like the scheduling tool, like CoSchedule, we're like, oh, we don't need to pay for that, but like it saves a ton of time, and that's time that we can use to do other things. So, again, it's all about what the value is for you when you're paying for things. But yeah, that's about it for the cost of blogging. There's a really wide range of possibilities there, but that's kind of what we spend money on a regular basis.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all the links that we have down below with everything that we've talked about, because I feel like we talked about a lot. And check out my blog, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're liking the videos, and give us a thumbs up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.